the scoreline reflected the difference in the teams today. I think it was not a tough one to take in terms of the outcome because we were thoroughly beaten in most areas. So it's not a back to the drawing board scenario. You know, like I think strategy, that's on the coaches first half, a bit of a long and on plan that kind of fed them on the counter. Bit of work rate issues from the lads, and they said that at half time. I felt like that got better in some aspects in the second half, but basics all game. You know, and you can't play the game without the ball, and we lost a lot of ball again in the set piece. And then when you're down there, you've got to make teams pay, and I don't think we were clinical enough in opposition 22. So we haven't got time to kick stones. We haven't got time to sulk about it. We've got 5 days to pull tight and turn it around and welcome Quins with some proper northern hospitality at the core pack. So that's what we'll do. We'll get back in and we'll pull tight and we'll welcome some of our internationals coming back from injury, which there will be. And you know, I'm not saying we need them right now, but they're good additions to any team. And we'll push hard and we will endeavour to do what we've done for the last few years and defy some of the odds in being really competitive in the second half of the season, 2026.
As you said, last year you went on a fabulous run and booked a spot in the playoffs. What was it that sparked that last season, and how do you think you can discover that this year to repeat the feat?
Well, last 2 seasons, to be fair, we've had to do it, and it was not something we want to do because it's extremely taxing on the bodies and the mind as well. We have an incredible group of people, you know, a team that I'm so privileged to be part of. And so when we find ourselves in adversity, as we are now, with our backs against the wall, invariably, we find the best of ourselves and we turn and we group and we fight and we scrap for each other. Ultimately, that's what it comes down to. But you layer on that some of the game intelligence of your best players being fit at the right part of the season. And it's looking like all of our injured players who have been injured, that's taking nothing away from those lads today. You know, like Alex Wills and Ollie Davis and Tom Burrow and Toomey. All these lads are like young lads who have really shown that they can compete at this level. Nothing away from them, but you know, they're not a Bevan Rodd or a George Ford or a Joe Carpenter or a Tom Roebuck. You know, we've got these lads to come and bolster us, and when you marry up that team spirit with some real high game intelligence and experience, then magic starts to happen, and we're going to need a little bit of Christmas magic, aren't we, on Boxing Day?
Here's to the Christmas magic. Thanks, Alex.
Thanks very much, Ta.